I'll start us off. All right, and we are back from that very short break. Already getting into the draft with the Shen band and the Zoe band. I am Staff Sergeant Washington, aka Logan Silvers, joined here by.
Coach
I
Matt, aka Sniper, joined also by.
Staff Sergeant Justin Robinson, aka Skippy Dingo. Sorry, I thought I was going there. My miscommunication. I'm a dummy.
Could have been my fault.
It was a misinput, you know.
The Rito Spaghetti code hit. I'm very sorry about that, y'all.
I'm still reeling from that previous match. That was
I'm reeling from the previous two matches. There have been some high kill, drawn out matches. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
yeah. First we had a high kill match, then we had a match that almost reached
It was 50 minutes at the end. Like that's a crazy
an
long
hour.
game.
It was an almost hour-long game. And the last time I played an hour-long game was when Riot actually intended for the game to be like 40 minutes.
The good old days.
We got some definitely player focused bands coming out from Troll Kings with the Zoe Viego and Akali, and Vanguard taking off the Silas, Lilia, and Shen from the Troll Kings. They probably saw the decimation that happened in the top lane from Shen, and they didn't want to give up the Silas either, so they swept those right off the board.
Yeah, I don't think they watched the
Yes.
last game since those bans. I think they decided to do this just out of random.
I think they were watching the games. I think they were checking it out. Now, my question is, right? My question is to you guys. Say you were on the joint you're on the joint team, right? And you tuned in, you watched that last game. What are your thoughts going into this game?
If I'm joint team, I'm buying anti heal, even if the entire enemy team has no healing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what is going to happen with top lane from Creed fan if I'm Maritime Vanguard. I'm trying to figure out how I can mitigate that at a best case scenario, shut it down, but at least mitigate it.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that a lot. Watching that previous game, seeing how it went down. As a joint team, I would be like, "Hey guys, what if we just became all of the fast champions? We'll not get locked down. Everyone disappeared. No tanks. Nothing but mobility. Because whatever Creed fan puts his hands on that has CC is getting handed out. Whatever Dizzy can hook, they're getting locked down.
I just heard that we play a full movement speed Rammus game is what I heard was suggested to prevent is the true counter to Creed Van is what you're suggesting.
Possibly. I don't know at this point. I've seen this man play so many different people this season. As someone who's gone against him, actually, I haven't gone against him. I think that game I sat out against the Troll Kings. I sure did. I did sit that game out. I'm almost certain. I have to go back and look. My memory is a little fuzzy.
We got a Senna support coming in. That's we have a no tank bot lane right now. Jin Senna against Ash Morgana, and I like to see those, but it's also very scary.
It is terrifying, but Senna and Jin have the best advantage in the game. Gun.
That is true. Gun does tend to beat bow and arrow, especially in this
Gun,
day and age.
yes, especially in this day and age. Specifically, both of them have Big Gun as their ult.
So going into this next band, though, seeing how it's set up, do we think that this Echo is going to be their jungler or their mid laner?
I think it's a flex
Mm.
pick. I think
It's a flex pick.
I feel like they are saying, we'll put it wherever it belongs based on what comes for their last two picks.
Now, we interviewed my queen, my love earlier, right? And we did miss an interview with, unfortunately, with the Troll Kings, which would have been a really interesting interview to say the least. Uh, Looking at
I mean,
these
you
two
know who we
teams,
would have had to interview though, don't you?
it would have been Dios.
We would have had to interview Creed fan.
No,
So we
we've interviewed
skipped it.
Creed Van. We would have been Creed Van, but I think we it would have been Dios for two reasons. One, did you see that hook
Oh, he
on the
had some good
LeBlanc?
hooks. Yeah.
That
Weird band here, actually.
predicted hook.
The backwards distortion hook for the return was so five head, like it was perfect.
Real quick for you here, the band from Maritime Vanguard on the Nocturne, even though Diana's already been picked.
It
Are
could
they
be a Diana
expecting the
mid.
guy? But because from the Troll Kings, their Diana generally hasn't been a mid pick and has been more of a jungle pick this season. Oh, and there's a Kane, so it looks like an Echo mid. Unless he's planning on pulling out some crazy Kane top.
I'm excited for the Echo mid.
I am too. I'm also excited to see this Kane. Now, the real question is, will we see a blue or red Kane?
With the amount of squish on Troll Kings right now, it could really be Blue Kane.
Yes, but even with the squish, right, on the Kings, that squish could be definitely oh my gosh.
Oh, big boy.
Oh,
Big boy set coming in.
I'm going red Kane, red,
I think it really
red,
could be after that set pick.
red Kane.
Yeah, I think it should be Red Kane. If they had a fourth squishy-ish champ, I could have said blue, but I think I'm leaning red now.
I'm leaning red Kane. What do you think, chat? Red or blue? Red pill, blue pill. Let us know in the chat. But following up that set pick with a would corn crashed. It seems.
Seems that he wants to keep his pick hidden from everybody.
Um,
He's not gonna let anybody know his next move.
ooh, Poppy was the pick. Poppy was the pick. We're doing some little background here, making sure that everything is good to go on the picks. Looks like they're ready. Yep. All right. The Vanguard, the Maritime Vanguard, is ready, and so is the 29th Troll King. Sorry about that, chat. We just had to make sure that there was no funny business going on over there. Initial thoughts, gentlemen. Let's start with
I'm
you,
Um,
Robinson.
dying to see Red
Oh,
Kane.
I am
Dying
too.
to see it.
so with so I'm a big numbers guy when it comes to especially jungle champions. Swapping from being a former recovering jungler myself, I feel like Blue Kane is still the better Kane right now, just because of how weak his passive healing numbers are, especially going into such a high damage team like they have. And then with a Poppy, Red Kane just into extended trades with Poppy just does not feel the best. You're gonna want that Blue Kane to pretty much W and run the hell away compared to where Red Kane wants to be where when Red King usually wants to be in your face. With a Poppy, Red King just wants nothing with that.
All
And
right.
I think that Blue honestly is gonna probably be the better pick and might actually be the difference in the smarter move overall.
All right, all right. I like that. I like that. What about you, Coach Matt? What do you think?
I'm speaking of Poppy. Poppy W absolutely annihilates three
Does
characters on Maritime Vanguard. Annihilation. Echo can't dash. Kane can't dash. Zack can't jump. Like it just at some point in this game, we're gonna see what appears to be an excellent Zack engage with the jump, and Poppy is going to press W. Zack will fall immediately down from the sky and BCC'd and do nothing, and it's going to hurt so bad.
It also stops Zach's ultimate also too.
Yeah,
So he
this
could be mid R and her W will just stop it flat, and you'll be like, okay, I guess I'm not going anywhere anymore.
there's a big and also if Set gets to do a big showstopper on Zack, that's a problem. And meanwhile, Diana as the follow-up engage for huge damage is going to be extremely extremely important, and then it's going to be up to Vanguard to somehow get Echo or Kane past the front line to try to kill Jin and Senna, which I feel like that's going to be so difficult to get past Set and Poppy and Diana. It's going to be an interesting game for sure.
That's why I think Blue Kane is going to be the better choice overall here for that.
but at
Just
the same time, he goes Blue Kane, and that fourth shot rings out. Where did King go?
can't hit him if you just W in and just dip out. That's just the
Pretty
beauty
true,
of
pretty
Blue
true.
Kane.
Well, I don't want to lean towards the 29th, but I have always said Diana's a problem in League. And with that being said, we're going to go on a short break. We're going to set up, get ready, all that jazz. Kids should be in bed. It is a school night. You know, if they're awake watching the stream, you know, kudos, but it is the sleepy sleep time. But we'll be back after a short break. Get your snacks, get your drinks, whatever you need. We'll see you soon. All right, we are back to the final game of the night. 29th Troll Kings versus Joint Team Maritime Vanguard. Both teams have a win tonight. Both teams trying to fight each other for this discount double victory here. I am Staff Sergeant Washington, Logan Silvers, joined here for the last game of the night with
Coach Matt, also known as Sniper, also joined by
Staff Sergeant Robinson, also known as Skippy Dingo.
everyone Creed fan walking into the bush, face checking My Queen My Love, who's getting absolutely chunked by the left fist, right fist from Creed fan. Juicy Kooky also getting chunked by Braxy and Sketch. Creed fan has to flash out. Druid's flashing in for the follow-up kill and gets first blood on Zack. Azaziel's doing free damage, but Druid gets the first blood and keeps going in with Juicy Kooky. Big damage onto Braxy, who's almost dead and dies to Azaziel. My Queen My Love gets taken down, and that's a still going. Asian looking to take some extra free damage from Azaziel. GCDO's almost getting dark binded there by the lunch lady, but doesn't quite happen. To Asian extremely low. What is this, Earth? Everyone going straight into mid?
I believe
Oh my
this is
goodness.
the stack farm. Senna's getting her stacks, Kane's getting his orbs. You know, everyone's they're just fighting for the early power boost. Is what we're
this
seeing
is
here.
going to be a really interesting start because Azazel and Lunchley really didn't take too much damage. Dizzy did. Poppy has to start red solo.
And Creed fans bullying Druid in the top lane, but the good thing about both of these top laners is at low health, their sustain is very good. The only problem is Druid can be denied his sustain if Creed fan steps on the little blobs. Braxy getting a huge chunk of damage dealt by Juicy Kooky, and Juicy Kookie's looking... Braxy is so low, there's a world where Juicy Kooky just deletes him in a second. Big root coming in from DZ Dios in the bot lane, but Juicy Kooky going back in, gets the passive kill with the dash and the Q. Azaziel and Lunch Lady looking to keep trading bot lane, but honestly, Dios and Asian are looking pretty good. Druid staying alive top lane, just like the Bee Gees. A bind misses from Lunch Lady on Dios. Lunch Lady gets rooted from Senna, and Sketch with a flash wall stun to guarantee the dead Lunch Lady. And what is the aggression in these games tonight?
I think the joint team's whole thing is just go in, right? I would hate to go against this new joint team setup. I'd be like, can I breathe, please, just for a moment?
Zazio getting poked down by the Gen W from Dajin, but no root because there was no preceding damage or hit of any kind. Good little root onto Zazio for poke. Druid comes back into top lane, immediately gets chunked by Creed Fan. Druid getting some good sustain there though. My Queen, My Love coming in. Big binding coming down from Lady. Asian is ignited and caught out and dies to Azaziel. Maybe Azaziel the kill. Oh, very nice. Jumping in on Braxy mid lane. Getting a good trade and almost getting the stun, but all in all, just free damage. Druid looking to trade top lane. Getting sustain from his blobs, but takes a true damage W from Creed Fan, and Juicy not wanting me to breathe goes back in on Braxy mid lane and tries to pop the passive again.
All right, take a breath. Take a breath, please. Take a breath. I'll try to take over while you breathe. We have Druid and Creed Fan trading again with Creed Fan coming in with the face breaker. And Druid getting caught out with Sketch coming in. It's looking like Druid's going to have to pop his passive and not make it out of here. He's going to go down.
That's a big gank from Sketch. And there's a lot of scenarios where you see a Zac top just magically get to escape with the jump. And Druid, there's no world that he can ever do that. Against a Poppy in a set, that's never going to happen. Braxy getting absolutely chunked by Kuki again in the mid lane. Once again, proccing the Echo passive with just huge damage, and Braxy's having a rough mid lane game right now.
He is indeed.
I don't know. Fingers are tired from last game. All the Silas gameplay. He's coming into this and just he's a little stressed after last game.
Well, while Diana is a problem in the game, Echo's passive always does surprise amounts of damage, it seems.
Creed Fan taking an extended fight against Druid, who's healing off of blobs, but Creed Fan gets guaranteed regeneration on set when he gets low HP. Druid's blobs have to be picked up. Juicy Cookie going in with a huge stun on Braxy and popping the passive, almost getting the kill on Braxy. And a greedy My Queen, My Love looks to clean up the kill on Braxy, but Sketch says no. And a giant showstopper top lane from Creed Fan to clean up the kill on Druid, who has no Zac passive and is getting absolutely bullied in the top lane.
So if I was My Queen, My Love, I would actually just take the fact that Kuki is going to keep being a problem to the Diana and try to support my Zac top, because Creed Fan we don't want Creed Fan to leave top lane.
Yeah, and also it's just free mid-prio for Grubs, and instead, because of that risky dive, Grubs went the other way. DZ Dios getting kind of caught by Kuki, but Juicy Kuki ultimately going down. My Queen, My Love looking to kill DZ Dios, flashes for the kill at the last second, and Creed Fan getting really chunked by Druid with the ult damage and the percent max HP. Druid takes down Creed Fan, and a big binding from Lunch Lady with the Dark Pool secures the kill. Oh my god. Secures the kill. Druid almost getting a kill on Braxy, but Braxy cleans it up at the last second, and they go another trade of kills. That's 15 kills at sub 7 minutes, which is more than 2 kills per minute again.
And we are at a sub 7 minute Blue Cane ready available also.
No.
He just pinged it in the chat. We're at a sub 7 minute Blue Cane.
Shadow Assassin is in fact ready. Is he going to go for Shadow, or is he
The Asian gets absolutely chunked by Azaziel, perma-slowed, and a huge crystal arrow to go 1-for-1. Oh man, I don't know if the 1-for-1 was necessarily great there, but I mean, either way, the Asian has no summoner spells as a result of that, and that looks good for Azazel on the next round of fighting.
And honestly, Azazel going down, even though Jin gets shut down gold there. I'm sorry, the Asian gets shut down gold there. The gold difference between them, I think that was a justified call, right? Quick, easy back, fast back, if you will.
Yeah, and it's good no matter what, because no cleanse. There will not be a cleanse for the next Crystal Arrow.
Echo with his ultimate back up too now here. Ready just to dive back in on the Diana whenever he wants.
Juicy Cookie is like, go for it.
He's
Try
ready
to get
for
a minion.
anything.
Oh,
He's like,
Juicy Cookie trading with Braxy. Braxy getting a good engage for good damage, but the Juicy Cookie ability to Time Winder backwards and heal, you can't rely on a kill, and he is trying to bait it. Sketch is coming in from the river. Braxy getting a good trade onto Juicy Cookie. Juicy Cookie might Time Winder backwards. He's looking for a window to get out, and he does go back into his stun for the shield and possible stun, but Braxy does not get stunned, and they end up cleaning up Juicy Cookie, which is a decent swing for mid lane.
So we do see a blue cane. I'm kind of sad because I don't think we've seen a red cane at all this game. I mean, this season.
I think we're gonna start seeing Red King more next patch. They are really increasing his passive healing and making it scale with his actual max HP again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, instead of nerfing Blue Cane, just add more healing to Cane. Heck yeah.
Well, to be fair, Red Cane without the mythic items, without the mythic items, Red Cane isn't how he used to be.
Yeah.
Right. And with the enhancements to assassin items, if they nerf Blue Cane, it's gonna have to be through the items.
I don't know if I completely agree with the hubris start here over a Youmuu's or like a Voltic, especially in this team comp right now.
He's in it for the long haul, and Creed Fan's getting absolutely chunked by Druid and Juicy Cookie top lane. Druid goes in, and Creed Fan says that's fine, and then a wild Juicy Cookie appears out of the river for a good amount of damage. Druid just taking a little bit to poke where he can get it.
And Druid is definitely building correctly here, too.
Big gank from Juicy Cookie. That was very clean.
Well, my queen, my love, really tried to steal that dragon right there, but it didn't really work out for him.
Oh, no.
And Poppy actually saves him right there. I know Sketch was trying to live, but...
Miss it on purpose, bro. Oh no.
There's so much happening on the map right now.
There's a potential huge fight bot lane, but great black shield from Lunch Lady onto Azazel to deny the root from DZ Dios catching out Azazel. And Druid's just getting plates.
Yeah, I think Lunch Lady's out here trying to compete with my support. Yeah, those are some really solid black shields.
We gotta see some more solid play like this. Give Coolin a run for his money.
Yeah, definitely gotta see those like predicted cues there.
Ooh, look, Braxy walks directly into the Dark Binding from Lunch Lady, taking huge damage from the Dark Pool. And Juicy Cookie and Lunch Lady hardly take any damage, and in return deal a massive amount to the Troll Kings, who are in the process of contesting the Grubs. Big dive from Juicy Cookie into Braxy in the mid lane, cleaning up another kill. Braxy just being absolutely punished on the way to building a Rod of Ages. Creed Fan ulting, Creed Fan using the Showstopper on Druid, but unfortunately not. Oh, actually does completely delete My Queen, My Love. That's a decent little trade there. Lunch Lady looking for a binding on Sketch. We've got the Engage coming back in from Druid. No teammates to follow up, though, so Druid's just going to go back to top lane, get some more minions, keep gaining health.
No, you saw that, but Creed fan stole that grub by slamming Druid into it.
Oh, that's big damage.
It was actually quite. I was expecting the smite to come out, and then when I saw that Set stole it, I was like, "Oh, I guess we're using the Zac to smite grubs now."
I smite with your body.
We've got an Engage coming in from Juicy Cookie mid lane, and Braxy is stunned, and My Queen My Love is right there. This is possibly a dead Braxy. Look at the damage coming out from Juicy Cookie and My Queen My Love, and Braxy just can't. Braxy needs desperately to finish Rod of Ages, but also desperately needs movement speed and just isn't able to stay alive.
Creed fan definitely picked the correct item here.
Druid and My Queen My Love getting decimated by Creed fan. Are we gonna see another big showstopper? No, he doesn't have it. Ooh, Druid and My Queen My Love delete Creed fan there.
That was very good. I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for joint team in that fight right there. Creed fan, as much as I love him.
Oh, Juicy Cookie looks to go in for an Engage, but Sketched wall stuns him, and it gets follow-up rooted by DeAsian, and unfortunately, Lunch Lady and Azaziel are just a little bit too far away to help. DC Geo's taking huge trade damage from Azaziel, who is just absolutely laying out the DPS. Good, maybe good flash, but now with the Ghost up, hopefully Azaziel can dodge the curtain call shots from DeAsian, and unfortunately Sketched is just in there. Just a little too deep in there, and gets the easy cleanup on Azaziel. Azaziel had nowhere left to go.
Sketch has been a monster.
Oh,
sorry about that. But Sketch has just
continue.
been a monster this game. He has been showing what Poppy can
Braxy
do.
getting engaged on again by Juicy Cookie and My Queen My Love. Braxy just can't catch a break. Braxy finally got the Rod of Ages and said, maybe I can be on the map. Maybe. And the answer was no.
Wow. This is very interesting, right? That gold going to Poppy, that's definitely going to turn into something that's just going to make Poppy even more of a problem. But it's better to be on that Poppy to be on Sketch than to be on the Asian right now, because Azazel has proven that he can hold his hold as well, just as well as Cookie, against his laner. And it's something like Druid is also. Druid took first tower, so.
We see a confident first item Leandries from Lunch Lady too. Big engage from Druid in the mid lane, knocking DeAsian back with the Let's Bounce. And DZ Dios just can't move the whole time. The CC from Druid is huge. DeAsian getting ignited. Juicy Cookie uses the the Time Winder to escape the dive, and that's 2 dead members of Troll Kings for free.
Did the Troll Kings trolled a little too hard? That's what I'm saying. Oh my!
A big
God.
root that just, Lunch Lady has a chip on their shoulder, trying to play at Coolant level, if not higher.
This is a bunch of these first games as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Braxy getting engaged upon again and fighting Juicy Cookie, and the follow-up CC from Maritime Vanguard is huge with the Crystal Arrow and the Dark Binding, but they don't secure anything. Unfortunately, Sketch gets caught out by even more CC with another Dark Binding, and this whole time, Ash is just dealing out damage. Azaziel's free to do basically whatever he wants. He's got full HP, tons of mana, tons of damage. This is an Azaziel world with the front line and the crowd control that his team is giving him.
I not often would I say, man, this is a perfect Ash game. But Ash is just having a great time right now. Like, Azazel on Ash is just like, hey, I noticed you have ice on your boots. Would you like more?
Got Druid looking to clear some vision up at the Rift Herald. Juicy Cookie looking to make some magic happen mid lane once again with the engage coming in from Druid. Druid jumps in, knocks up to Asian. The Asian can hardly move, and the good Q pulling Dios into Asian back together. Juicy Cookie is just sprinting at Dios. Doesn't get the kill, but doesn't die either. And Druid and... Man, Druid and Juicy Cookie are fine. They're fine.
Ooh.
Juicy Cookie looking for Dios. Dios is also looking...
I think that's greedy.
It is. Juicy Cookie's going down. Oh, the Dios... Oh, no. Oh, no! Juicy Cookie does kill DC Dios because, unfortunately, the Dawning Shadow doesn't get a kill. Creedpan early using the W, and Druid jumps back into CC poor Creedpan, and at that point, My Queen, My Love just cleans up the kill. Lunch Lady's looking for another big binding here. Ooh, big binding, but the wall stun does go through because the Black Shield is just a tad late, and Sketch is laying down significant damage onto Lunch Lady and Druid while getting peeled by the Soul Shackles from Druid. Azazel bot lane is 1v1 against Braxy. That is not a fight that you win, but if you can run away for a 15-second long ghost and Braxy doesn't have his own ghost, I guess you're fine.
This is such... With the map being Windrake, right? Combined with that ghost, Azazel was gone. He was zooming. He was like, "Do you have any
damage
FS?"
from Lunch Lady with the root. Azazel didn't back. Azazel ghosted all the way up to mid and was like, "Yeah, I'll take a wave and maybe look for a plate or something, or it's not even plates, but I'll take a wave and get damage." Sketch doing a pretty good Keeper's Verdict to knock Druid away, and Sketch just barely escaping with his life. That was a good one.
There was a Cookie down there, so Sketch was in a dangerous situation.
That was a decent Keeper's Verdict there.
I'm worried.
Does My Queen, My Love 1v1 Braxy? Does it happen? I think the answer is no, but it could happen.
There's a world where it could have happened. It's looking pretty dicey for the Troll King. This might be their first L.
Maritime Vanguard is playing it so smoothly. Like they go mid, they do a bunch of turret damage, and they say that's all we're gonna get out of this, and they walk away. So clean. Meanwhile, My Queen, My Love is flying through the jungle like Usain Bolt, just deleting all the camps and getting all kinds of gold.
He is doing very much the Blue Cane jungle clear at this point. Especially with that Profane too, it has made Blue Cane an absolute jungle clearing monster.
Yeah, no, the Profane Hydra definitely makes the other Hydras just seem...
This season, important. Riot said, you know how AD assassins generally need to make a decision on if they want to go Ravenous Hydra first or if they want to build lethality? What if they just didn't have to make that decision? What if every game they got AoE damage and lethality at the same time?
Right, why? Because we can.
See, we still get upset by it, but then the one item Seraphine still manages the body of 3 item assassin, so...
It's still mage game, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's still in order. It's mage, assassin, magic tank, and then maybe, just maybe, a bruiser.
Good little engage from Juicy Cookie. Braxy and Dios looking for the catch, but Juicy Cookie uses the Time Winder to go back in time, heal, get out. My Queen, My Love looking to kill Creedfan up top. Creedfan doing a huge amount of damage and unfortunately misses the W again. But it doesn't matter because Creedfan just punches one more time, and that's a dead Might Be My Love. Azaziel getting caught out as well, and ultimately dies. DeAsian is going to possibly die to Leandries after a huge amount of pool damage. Juicy Cookie looking to make something happen in the bot lane, but no Time Minder because they just got it out of him, and has nowhere to go and also dies. So that was actually overall a pretty huge swing for the Troll Kings, trying to make something work right this game.
So Diana has actually went and bought a Howling Radiance too. We haven't actually said anything about that.
That's
Hollow Radiance. Sorry.
Yeah, a Hollow Radiance on Diana is definitely a pretty good pick here. It's definitely going to help out with the Echo and actually also during fighting Zag.
Yeah, and Morgana too.
And Morgana's doing a lot, yeah. Druid getting caught out by Sketch, uses the Let's Bounce, and is taking a good amount of damage from the curtain call from Jhin. That fourth shot was huge, and DZDO, Sketch, and Creedfan are going to clean up the Zac blobs. Bot lane, we didn't get to see it, but unfortunately, Might Be My Love just barely 1v1s Braxy.
We don't have that, man. Oh, that's right. Dang. We can't replay that because directed camera denied us.
Oh, never mind, we're good. Go ahead.
I was just saying the directed camera denied us our replay up there.
We need to use Chat GPT to make Rita better.
Sorry about that. My mic disconnected.
Creedfan just deleting My Queen My Love, but unfortunately, even though it looks like My Queen My Love is going to escape, Sketch is in the back, ready to roll, and that's a dead jungler. We see Juicy Cookie trying to make something happen to Asian getting extremely hurt. Juicy Cookie using the Time Winder to get back and heal. Lunch Lady with a huge binding on DZ Dios. Sketch and Creedfan are running in to try to help kill Juicy Cookie, who still manages to clean up to Asian, and Lunch Lady is now caught out alone. There was no grouping of members from Maritime Vanguard to justify a couple people being so deep there, and now that's a Baron for Troll Kings, unless there's some crazy steal. Druid and Azazel are gonna have to make the magic happen.
So we were talking about the gold gap earlier. We have literally closed the gold gap to within roughly.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Azazel gets engaged on by Braxy. Braxy using the Moonfall to pull him back in, and Azazel can't go anywhere. I mean, Troll Kings have reeled it back in.
They have reeled it back in, but it's also because the Maritime Vanguard, don't know what happened, but Cookie was getting way too greedy to grabbing those kills. There was no escape left.
There were so many fights leading up to about 5 minutes ago where Maritime Vanguard was getting pick after pick after pick, and then I think Troll Kings just smartened up and started grouping more and having better wherewithal of what was going on with the map, and it just hasn't been working for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Remember when Creedfan pulling Druid in? Druid tries to jump and I believe gets canceled, uses the Let's Bounce just to do a little bit of damage and crowd control and get out. That's a decent trade there for Creedfan. Creedfan's got to be happy with that.
Yeah, Braxy looks like he got, even though he died a bunch early game, he decided to put himself into somewhere, just farm up a bit. And he's taking XP and gold advantage over Juicy Cookie.
And that's really what... And that's really what makes it break the game.
Big slow from DZ Dios on the mid lane, and just a huge amount of damage being laid down to Azazel, who can't get out. Druid TPs, but a 4-second channel on TP just can't save that. Lunch Lady is also going down. DZ Dios is starting to do insane amounts of damage and crowd control on the Senna support. Juicy Cookie looking to make something happen with Braxy. My Queen My Love goes for the dash, but it just isn't quite working. Creedfan fighting with Druid and Juicy Cookie mid lane to Asian. Just so deep, and Umbral Trespass secures the kill onto Asian. DZ Dios getting engaged on by Juicy Cookie again, but everyone's still there for Troll Kings. Druid goes back in essentially a 1v4 because at that point, Juicy Cookie's gone. Oh no. I want to say that Troll Kings have, have single-handedly just won the last 5 minutes on amazing play, but Maritime Vanguard has just had so many crazy aggressive missteps. You hate to see it.
Yeah, that was a premature going by My Queen, My Love, without vision and just blindly going in.
Ooh, and that's still the Cloud Drake for Troll Kings, and My Queen, My Love gets cleaned up, doesn't get the steal. Juicy Kookie getting pushed out. I mean, he's not gonna get a kill there. Creedfan and Sketched are in the pit, but Braxy's in the back and looks for an engage with Poppy. Lunch Lady getting absolutely blown up, and there's just nothing. At that point, the dragon had died. Why run over him?
I'm not sure what's happening, but basically, first of all, Diana builds one.
Braxy getting deleted by Druid. Pure tank Zach healing his butt off, just deleting Braxy. Juicy Cookie fighting mid lane. I don't. Oh, Juicy Cookie's cleaning up the kill. Druid pulls Braxy back in and just keeps doing little bits of damage, and any shielding from Braxy is keeping him alive just barely. And Druid can't quite get the kill.
Okay. So I was going to say, before they started fighting again, and the Hollow Radiance, the one MR item that Braxy built, all of a sudden stopped any of the bursting that was happening by Juicy.
Yeah, Braxy hasn't died in a while. Azaziel getting what appears to be picked by DZ Dios, but doesn't quite have that happen with huge peel coming in from the team. The Asian gets completely deleted by Juicy Kookie. Sketch getting permanently slowed by Azaziel, can't do anything. Backline, Braxy and Dios sweep My Queen, My Love under the rug. But Braxy is getting perma-slowed now. The front line from Druid and Juicy Kookie is massive. Braxy can't leave. And even though at this point Creedfan comes in with a good-looking front line, oh, it's so close. Azaziel looking to do huge DPS on a Creedfan, and DZ Dios cleans up a kill on Azaziel, which is very good. The fight looked so one-sided at first, and once again, Maritime, it didn't happen.
It was just
He was getting a little too greedy there.
It was a messy fight all around. My Queen, My Love got really greedy there with the blue cane. Instead of just tossing W's and backing off towards the Poppy with the rest of his team, he continued to chase the Senna there, which kind of secured his death into the rest of the 29 Troll Kings. And from there, it was just constantly from Maritime, just kind of forcing further and further in. Just kind of feels like greedy fights. It's kind of been the definition of this game almost.
It's kind of sad because both teams, like the Troll Kings, aren't doing as much of greedy fighting, but at the same time, they're not playing at the same caliber we saw earlier tonight. It might be because they had to do a back-to-back game. Who knows?
It is definitely a fatigue factor.
I think it could
It
be.
can't be discounted.
It could be Maritime trying to push the fatigue factor, especially after Troll Kings coming out of the 50-minute game with the 32 IS. Just trying to kind of eventually cause them to trip up with these greedy, just overly aggressive fights. But at the same time, with the way Sketch has been peeling and Braxy has now just gotten tanky and been able to duel out some of these fights. And Creedfan has also been able to pretty much almost one-shot quite a few people. I think they're kind of fine. And they're just willing to take these fights, especially since they still have a 2k gold advantage over everybody, over Maritime right now.
Yep.
Can we get a stat check on DZ Dio Senna right now? 98. About to be 100 stacks. That's dangerous. It's not. It's not incredibly high, but that's very helpful.
Can we point out that Dizzy Dios went from Thresh to Senna and we didn't actually check the Thresh stacks that first game?
Thrush stacks don't have the same impact. They're boring tank stats.
Did they really check Thresh stats? Ever?
Nope, we didn't check.
Nah.
We
Nobody cares about thrush stacks.
Hey, stacks are stacks, man. The stack counter cannot be denied.
I think they only matter for when you play crit Thresh.
It does aid his damage a little. Yeah, the stacks do help his damage. Juicy Dio's almost getting engaged on by Juicy Cookie. Good Black Shield on Juicy Cookie to peel. Sketch looking to do a little bit of peel for the Troll Kings. Huge engage on Juicy Cookie 2 to Asian. Leaps back out with the Time Winder. And meanwhile, in the backline, Braxy is deleting people. But Azaziel looking to get DPS down on Creedfan gets pushed out by Sketch. Creedfan just barely staying alive for a one last showstopper. But Sketch is... Oh, Sketch is alive! My Queen, My Love looking to clean up Sketch. Druid getting beaten down by Braxy, who's also looking to clean up My Queen, My Love, but getting CC'd over and over. And with the healing that keeps happening from Druid and My Queen, My Love, Braxy can't match that. This is a dead Braxy. The healing again is just impossible.
Oh my gosh.
That is the in and out gameplay that I wanted to see from My Queen, My Love. He did not get overly greedy there. He started the fight, obviously chasing down the Senna, but he ulted in, got his ult off, killed her, got out, played the perfect in and out, and that's how you play a really good blue game there.
We're gonna have to see more anti-heal too. Troll Kings has just the oh, they do have Oblivion Orb now. Did she just buy that?
She's had Orb for a minute. He's had that Executioner's Calling, and I think he just got that Oblivion Orb.
Yeah, so that Oblivion Orb is new. The Executioner's Calling has been there since the very beginning. I actually brought that up a little bit before they got into the fight. I was saying Creedfan did really great. He got heal cut without buying Thornmail or Bramble Vest because he wouldn't be able to fight out the turret against Zac that way.
Yeah, and the Thornmail is so tough because you can't really proc it. Like, they have to proc it. Big engage onto DZ Dios from Juicy Cookie, who has to Time Winder back and actually kills DZ Dios with it. Getting deleted by DeAsian's fourth shot. And unfortunately, rapidly, multiple members of Joint Maritime Vanguard just are not there anymore. Like, the damage is so high from Troll Kings at this point. And there's also the split push from Druid, and Druid has no teleport. Absolute mispositioning on the side of Maritime Vanguard to not even have the option of Druid Zac at a Baron being up. They just got punished.
Yeah, that was definitely not the play I would have gone for. The game's in a very interesting state right now. With the Troll Kings only have one standing second tier turret, and the Maritime Vanguard just having inhibitor turrets defending their base right now.
We're actually getting engaged upon by My Queen, My Love, keeping a lot of the damage off at the beginning though, and My Queen, My Love with the Umbral Trespass looks to make something happen. Unfortunately, Sketch is right there to make sure that there's no result other than My Queen, My Love dying. Juicy Cookie fighting Creedfan with Druid. It's not quite happening. Azaziel caught out though, and Creedfan appears to be caught out. This is so close. Or, sorry, Juicy Cookie actually getting extremely hurt by Creedfan. Oh boy, Creedfan just deleted Juicy Cookie, and now Druid is in trouble. Now that the rest of the members of Troll King show up, Sketch and Braxy are absolutely wrecking Lunch Lady mid lane after another catch. Just endless aggression. Druid jumping into a 1v4 with no team to follow up whatsoever. And that's an ace.
I think
that's an ace. I mean, that's game. I think
clean
ace. They have Baron.
Cannon.
Yeah, they have Senna and over 100 stacks. Yeah.
My Queen, My Love is going to be the only one who even responds. Oh boy. Troll Kings remain
Wow.
undefeated. Just when you think it's the game, it's not.
It was so close, so close. Well, I have a treat for our chat here. In between the last game and this game, I had an opportunity to talk to 29th. We're actually gonna have a double interview with Dizzy Dios and number one Creed fan. I'm gonna go down there, get them ready, prepped and ready, and we'll start the interview.
What's up, boys?
All right. So first we'll start with the most recent game, and only because I'm pretty sure everyone's been wanting to have an interview with you, Dizzy Dios, aka Zabal. Please enlighten us.
As to the
What was
game,
that game? Yeah, what was that game?
I mean, both of them were crazy games, bro, back to back. I honestly wasn't expecting that level of sweat. I put on my full try hard for the joint team, for the team before. Like everyone came ready to play. The 30-second,
Yes,
right? Like everyone came ready to play, and it was very obvious. Lots of respect. Hats off to the two teams. But it looks like we prevailed today, so we appreciate y'all.
definitely, definitely. Do you want to share with the audience the tidbit you shared with me during your Thresh game?
Wait, which one was that?
Where you played the game with your little one
No.
on your lap?
I was so for champ select, I had Lil Man on me, but I did turn up the try hard and I let him watch a little bit of Miss Rachel. Let him get acquainted with his ABCs a little bit. Wanted to give the 30-second and the joint team the respect they deserve. Don't worry, guys. Mom's home. Mom's home stuff. It's
Don't
not
worry.
like you're just
No
unsupervised.
children, no children were unsupervised during this match.
But yeah,
No,
no. Had to turn up for the teams, man. I missed all of my flash plays, but I think I made up for it with that W2 predict on LeBlanc
Oh boy,
with the Q. I don't know about y'all, but man, I got hype as fuck for that one.
that was spicy. And they just weren't. They just did not expect that. They didn't even look at which direction you were throwing. Just as soon as they saw you wind up and
It's that
release, they
fresh wind up.
immediately W'd back.
Yep. I had a feeling. So I just acted like I was gonna straight line it and then back to the W2. And it worked out. So big pick for us. I think that gave us a decent amount of tempo as well.
it did. It definitely did. Coach Matt, do you have any questions for Corn?
Well, I have a question for Dios actually.
What's
Um,
that?
can you shed any light on if there was comp wise between game 1 and 2? It was very different. You were on Thresh game 1 for the pure support and playmaking, but then on game 2, it was like you looked at your team and said, "Look at me, I am the AD carry now," and and you played the Senna and you were dishing out huge damage in game 2. Was there any actual conscious decision for drafting game 2 where it was like we need to put Dios on a more damagey support?
It was the Morgana pick. So up until this point, when I've been in the support role, I've been choosing Engage. It was Thresh, Blitz, and then Thresh again. And I'm pretty sure they read that. Probably some synergy between Ashe and Morgana as well, they were thinking, but they were thinking Black Shield. So once I saw the Morgana pick, I'm thinking, okay, I have some room to play with that. I don't need to go Engage here. I can go with a champion that can play with Jhin, facilitate his kit while also playing with Ashe and Morgana poke and range. And I think Senna was a perfect champion to that.
Okay, so over to our top laner for it seems to
What's
be
going on, guys?
the boss of the why do I hear boss music kind of guy, right? Sundered Sky is the MVP of tonight. It seems like. Please enlighten us on the Shen pick, Sundered Sky. I would not have expected that.
So the whole idea of the build is I went Ingenious Hunter for the item item haste cooldown. So essentially, I get my Sundered Sky every like way quicker, right? And it resets off the champions. Basically, all of the items I went were affected by item haste, and it just makes him unkillable, especially with the unending despair that just infinitely gives you HP as long as you're fighting. So the whole goal of that game was to literally just survive and be a brick wall. And it worked out because what really busted that game open with the Shen was when they did 3 top while we busted their inhibitors. If you remember that play?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
And
we
they
saw
just
your
kept-
health bar going up in a
Yeah.
1v4 for
Yeah,
I
about
thought it was
20
we
seconds.
commented on that for a good 20-second fight of what the hell.
yeah, like
No,
I didn't even think about the healing from the second item and the fact that you were on. It must be like 4.5 to 5 seconds instead of 6 seconds on the Sundered Sky with the reduced cooldown. So that's actually insane. That's insane.
Like if
Yeah.
I was a Riot employee and my job was to make sure the game was balanced, and I saw that, I would have been like, I'm gonna be fired.
Even if they had heal cut, it would have taken them more than 10 seconds to kill you. I have a question for you, Creed fan. What was going through your mind as you saw no heal cut on the Shen game?
I wasn't thinking about it solely because we were in that game. It was about how we were prolonging it way too long, and I was just thinking about how we needed to eliminate Smolder. Like I wasn't thinking about heal cut. I wasn't thinking about any of that because I knew I had so low CDs anyways. It was all
Mhm.
about like I wasn't thinking.
Now, when the game started, I have to know, and you both can answer this. One of you can answer this, but I have to know when the game started and things were getting really spicy and leaning towards the joint team. What was going on in comms?
No, dude. So Zabal could enlighten us more, but it was basically us just chilling out and be like, "We can scale, guys. Don't get down." But that was mostly old Zabal saying that he was keeping us together.
It was getting a little bit chippy, you know. Of course, we're undefeated. Everyone knows it. We know it. We understand that everyone's going to be coming for our neck, right? And we can see it. It was on display with these past 2 games. But not every game is going to be a stomp. Not every game we're going to be ahead. Like I said, we ran into some gamers, and we just tried to keep it together as best we could and show that we can game a little bit too.
Okay, yeah, no, it was crazy watching that. Robinson, do you have any question for these 2 fine gentlemen?
So first one for Creed fan, obviously. Was it your decision tonight to not let Raxi play as a little girl champion for the umpteenth time this season? Because were you afraid of the FBI showing up? Because I feel like that's a favorite champion pool to play from.
I'm not certain. No, we weren't thinking about anything like that.
You know, I gotta get with it every time he plays, and he didn't play him tonight, so you know, yeah. Those 3 games of Zoe you've played, I've watched, so I gotta have you. Me and Shamar Moore are watching you, my guy.
Maybe we'll get him on it next game then.
Yep. No.
Good,
We
next
got
good,
you.
good.
We got you. No banning, no banning, guys. Y'all hear that? No
You know what
banning
it
zone.
was? We couldn't let him on the little girl champion because we didn't want to first pick it, and we wanted to ban Moore's Zoe instantly. That was it.
Yes, yes. No, the Zoe is dangerous. Now, I will say it was very hard to watch the second game. Where in the first game, Braxy was doing like really good stuff, get everything set up, and in the second game, seeing them like double down on mid lane, it seemed like mid lane became the island at some point during the game. At least for you guys'
So
side.
I might be a little biased, but I'm pretty sure I got ganked like 4 or 5 times that entire game, and it was always like a 2v1 in my lane. So from my perspective, I got camped.
All right,
It's
man.
not
But
fun.
that's top lane, bro. Relax. All right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
top's
saying.
always
I am
valid.
fucking
We all know.
biased 100%.
But no, you're spot on with that. Brax was definitely getting a little bit frustrated with the attention paid to his lane, and there wasn't much that we could do about it, given how dynamic Kane and Echo are, their terrain scaling and all of that stuff. So we literally just had to buckle down and do our best to get out of laning phase, um, despite that deficit. I will say that I think Brax's struggles early was because of the scaling build that he chose. If y'all can see, he went Grasp
Oh yeah,
against
we
Electrocute
Yes.
Echo.
Mm-hmm.
So Echo is going to win these trades early. And he snowballed. Echo did a fantastic job utilizing his lead, eventually making a gold league, eventually snowballing with that, and then popping us as the back line, really causing a lot of chaos around the map to the point that we couldn't move. So again, hats off to the joint team for making it a really, really tough early and mid game for us.
Okay, so last question of the night, and you both have an opportunity to answer this. So from the booth, and from the stream, from the audience, we're watching the game, and we can see when the switch happens, right? When things kind of flip over, usually to whoever wins, right? Where do y'all think that happened in game for y'all?
I, for me, I can't remember a different point beside. There was one point before it, but I think the Baron play really switched it up, and that fourth shot onto the Echo denying his kill on Jin.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the shutdowns. When we were able to just wait, pick our spots and get the shutdowns, and we saw other plays that we could have taken, but we said, okay, let's take these small wins until there's an actual genuine opening for us to make our mark on the game. We waited, picked our spots, got the bounties, saw the opening, capitalized.
Copy. Love it. Fantastic. Well, congratulations to the double victory. Still being undefeated. Um, definitely the looking like the favorite and most hated team in the league right
Favorite.
now. The faded, if you
That
will.
sucks, man. We love y'all.
Yeah, no. You guys are
March
great. No.
15th, WWE SmackDown between 501st and 29 Troll Kings. Just kidding. Corin, you want to go on a all expenses paid vacation computer list on March 15th? No reason. No reason.
No reason, man.
No reason. But
Sergeant
thanks
Odell is trying to hit
again.
me with a steak dinner, man.
Yeah, thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Thank you guys for this beautiful, wonderful double interview. Any parting shots from you, Coach Matt?
No, I think I mean just you played a great back to back there, and even though the games were super long, your tenacity in the games, uh mostly the second game, like after having such a long first game, your tenacity was a spectacle to see you just persist and turn the game around and just capitalize on mistakes. It was great to watch, so thank you.
Thanks for the
Fantastic.
games.
Anything from you, Robinson?
Yeah, even though you guys obviously beat my 32 IS and Maritime tonight, watching you guys play one long game right into another kind of longish game like that was absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that like the second game too, we thought you guys were going down finally, and the way y'all were able to turn that around was absolutely ridiculous. And just as much as y'all are kind of turning into the villains of the league, like y'all keep on having these crazy turnarounds, and honestly, it makes these games great to watch and great to cast.
We appreciate
Yes,
y'all,
it,
man.
it does.
Sorry. I just wanted to give like all the props to my team. Give it up to Corin Muller, give it up to Anastasia, Walton, and Tran as ADC. Nah, everyone did fantastic. Very pleased with my team.
Anything from you, Corn?
I just appreciate the consistency we all have, and it's great. The comms are always great too.
Yes. And with that, it has been a fantastic Thursday night. I don't know how we're gonna, follow this up tomorrow, but we will be back here for the final game of this week. Come back, have fun. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna be playing actually, I believe tomorrow. The double back to back game. Um,
Be here
and
tomorrow night, dog
yeah,
fight.
it'll be here tomorrow night, dogfight. But before I go, I just want to hit something home that Corn and Zabal had brought up. It's all about fun. It's all about a game, right? But it just like everything else, it's about your headspace. Keep a good headspace. Stay frosty, my friends. We'll see you here tomorrow.